to WeAreDb. I am Brenton, and I'm joined as always by Danielle and Jessica.
Heyo.
Hello.
I'm not always joined by Jessica, but... So we're doing a bonus episode today, and this is the 50th episode spectacular. Sort of just looking over the last 50 episodes. If you include the honorable mentions and the bonus, it's actually like 74 or something. But hey, episode 50 just came out as of this recording, so we're doing a bit of a fun game today where we're looking over the last 50 years. So that's why we've got Jessica here, because it'd be a little bit fun.
The last 50 years.
50 years, 50 episodes.
There you go.
Jessica's just sitting there, just being like, yeah, righto. So the game is, I have some audio clips that we have recorded over the last 50 episodes, and they've kind of just been taken out of context. So I'm going to play it for you, and the game is that you guys have to tell me what movie are we talking about.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know what 50 episode you've covered.
Yeah, so Danielle definitely has an advantage here. So it's not going to be a first in, best dressed, kind of like scream out the answer kind of thing. I'm going to play you an audio clip from one of the episodes. We're talking about a movie. After the audio clip has finished, Jessica gets to answer first.
Okay.
And then Danielle also answers afterwards. You can both pick the same thing if you want, or you can pick whatever, because Danielle does have an advantage here. It's just going to be a bit of fun, just to try and figure out what movie are we actually talking about when it's taken out of context.
Are you keeping score?
I can be, yes.
Okay.
Do you want to bring up a list or something of the episodes that we've actually covered so you know what you could be pulling from? You can go to our website or something. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here is the first clip.
And then he runs over and he's like, "You killed my pine tree!"
That's horrible.
Can you play it again?
Try it again?
Yeah. And then he runs over and he's like, "You killed my pine tree!" What am I even saying? You killed my mind tree.
Your pine tree.
Killed my pine tree. So each of the movies that I'm going to be playing for you, right? There's going to be one clip that's kind of like, what the fuck? And then there's a second clip if you can't get it, and the second clip should give it away. And we're talking about the same one from the same episode. So there's 2 clips for each guess.
Okay. Can I, and then she ran over and killed my pine tree.
Yeah, it's kind of obscure. I can play you the second one, and you should get it from that.
Alright.
And he says, "We need to go into the future. It's your kids, Marty. It's your kids."
Ah. Okay.
Now it all makes sense about the pine tree, so it's Back to the Future.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good giveaway at the end there.
I would have been impressed if one of us had got it from that, because I remember
That's kind of what
now.
it is. It's like, I'll give you a bonus point if you can get it from the first clip, because it's a bit obscure.
I was sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck could I have been talking about?
Yeah. Because what happens in the movie is, obviously, old man Peabody's farming the pine trees, and he runs over one of the pine trees.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. Like, this is how it would actually happen if someone actually did put a bunch of eggs in your hat and put it on your head.
I just realized how funny it is just listening to these clips.
I talk a lot of bullshit, apparently.
You really do. But not all you, they're both of us. It's a mix. And there's a little bit of Jessica in there as well. This might be a little bit of an obscure one for Jessica to get.
I remember, I'm visualizing a scene, right?
The only thing, this is only including the top 50 that you've covered, not the honorable mentions.
I will let you know if it's an honorable mention.
Alright, so this one is in the list.
Yes, this is in the list.
Something about eggs in a hat.
Yeah, eggs in a hat.
I don't think Jessica's seen this movie. I can play you the second clip if you guys are out.
No, just hold on for a second.
Alright.
There's a lot I can rule out.
I just wonder, because I'm thinking the only one that makes sense for the kind of humor where I can picture somebody putting eggs in a hat is Back to the Future again. With
Right.
Doc Brown.
Yeah, there's not many comedies. There are a lot of, like, serious war dramas
But he
and
doesn't
stuff.
there's no eggs in a hat.
I think Shawshank or, like, Green Mile or something.
You said this is what it would actually look like if someone actually did put a bunch of eggs in your hat and put it on your head.
Okay, so I'm going to take a random guess. See, when you say things like that, it makes you think of, like, Charlie Chaplin's movie. The one that the honorable mention, but I don't think it's that one. I'm going to go...
The Charlie Chaplin movie that we have covered was not an honorable mention.
It wasn't?
It was, what was that?
It's a wonderful...
City Lights? Was that City Lights?
Modern Times.
Oh, Modern Times.
Take a stab in the dark. City of God.
That's not bad.
If we get 1,000 points, we get a tank. We get 1,000 points, we get a tank.
What movies involve a tank? Saving Private Ryan.
All of them. Like, there's, like, 7 war movies.
Oh, it was, okay, Jessica gets to go first, but I know what it was. I know what it was now.
So you've kind of figured it out that it's a war movie, Jessica. So just take a stab.
I'm getting there. Life is Beautiful.
Damn you.
It is Life is Beautiful. Well
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
Even scores. That was a good stab. Probably because it's the only war movie that you probably haven't seen.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty cool movie. You should check it out.
It's very interesting.
Actually, I do think that I listened to this episode.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Ready for the next clip?
Yep. I'm the almighty priest because I know when everything's going to happen. That just sounds like me talking about, like, my history of psych course.
Anything.
Yeah. Feel like it could be like Goodfellas or The Godfather, one of the Godfathers.
No, I actually kind of want to say 7.
Alright, play the second one.
I really do love that last third because it just shows how brilliant this character is and how well he knows the forest. And he's just like, you're on my turf, bitch.
You're on my turf, bitch.
The
Well,
forest.
he knows the forest.
Sorry, this one's not on the list.
Are you serious, mate?
This is an honorable mention. Sorry, it was my fault.
So our options are Arrival, Godfather Part 3, ooh, The Revenant, Rain Man.
It's The Revenant.
I think she's right. Oh, hold on. Brokeback Mountain.
No, I'm very confident it's The Revenant. That being said, I could be wrong.
Apocalypto. It's Apocalypto.
It is Apocalypto.
Okay.
Gosh darn it.
That was a good guess, though. The Revenant could go either way with that one.
Yeah, because I'm so confident that we had a discussion about how he lures him into the forest to kill him.
Maybe.
I'm just thinking about, like, I'm the priest, and because there's there just happens to be a solar eclipse at a very opportune time in that
Yeah, he, like,
movie.
uses
It's
it to keep control over the people. Have you seen that movie, Jessica?
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Next clip?
Yep. I know everything, and I'm going to have sex with you because I'm 12. That's Leon the Professional.
Danny seems very confident.
It is Leon the Professional. I'll play you the end of that clip.
Yeah. I know everything, and I'm going to have sex with you because I'm 12, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, you stupid little girl.
And then here was the second clip, just for some context.
She's like, I want to be an assassin, and then she starts crying at every instant.
So that was going to be the giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really did not like that character that Natalie Portman was playing. Yeah, I kind of like that movie. Next clip.
Yes.
You know what this actually really reminds me of? Is the prequel Star Wars series. That's what it feels like to me, with the setting, the sound. There's so much talk about the Senate, there's bad CGI. What could I be talking about there?
Is this an honorable mention?
This is not, because I hate this movie.
You hate this movie?
I'm not a fan. I think it's fine.
I kind of want to go with The Matrix.
I think it's Gladiator.
It is Gladiator. I can see why you might say Matrix, though, but I think Matrix is fine. I think this movie is so obnoxious. It is trying so hard to get that Oscar. That was Gladiator again.
It's trying so hard to get that Oscar.
It was. I just found it obnoxious.
To be fair, I have started watching Gladiator at least 3 times and I've never finished the movie.
I know. I'd started it a few times and I just got bored with it. It's a very long movie. It's very slow. Yeah. Here's the next clip. I think this is one of the most perfect endings I've ever seen in cinema. I think it's brilliant, and I couldn't think of this movie being ending any other way.
Okay, see, I hated it, so I want to hear why you think
really?
It's so fantastic. Yeah.
Well...
See, I know exactly which movie that is because I remember that conversation, and I still fucking disagree with you.
Okay, that's fine.
This is one I've listened to.
And actually, this was one of the snips that we published as a promotional thing on Instagram.
Is it Shawshank Redemption? Because I'm pretty sure you've said something similar about this, about him being on the beach.
Did we?
Was it him on the beach? I'm confident you've said something similar about him. I don't think the beach is...
I don't think it's that one, but if you think it is...
I'll play the second clip and then Danielle can tell us what it is. You know how much you love Arrival? That's how much I love this movie. This is one of my top favorite movies of all time.
That's so interesting to me because, like, my reaction to some of the content in this was so strong that I could not feel that way about this movie. Not in a million years. Just for context, because nobody saw me do it, when you said that, I made the little pukey face. Whenever you were like...
I love this movie.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I mean, it's not... I don't mind it, but, like, I don't like it.
I'm leaning towards it's a sci-fi movie. Something like Inception. I'm gonna go with Inception.
I think it's Whiplash.
It is Whiplash.
Yeah. Do you know what that movie is?
Yeah, it's the drummer man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Drummer Man. Have you seen it?
Yeah, but I can't remember the ending.
I really liked it.
What was the ending?
There's sort of like a concert drum solo, and it's sort of a back and forth between the two main characters on stage.
Yep.
I thought it was bullshit.
Go listen to that episode if you want to hear more as to why Danielle's so passionate about that one. Here's your next clip. It's interesting to note the relationships that you see in the movie. They seem like unconventional.
He's definitely challenging normal perceptions of interracial relationships. Yeah, he's not like, this guy's black and this guy's white and all the arrows pointing at it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
That is Pulp Fiction, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
What would you have guessed?
I don't know. But I was sitting there and I was trying to think, like, what was something where it was talking about it? I think I would have got there. Yeah.
Here's the second clip, just in case you wouldn't have got there. And he's calm and collected, and he's talking very slow, and he's very logical. And Jules is like freaking out like a motherfucker on the other side of the phone, you know?
That would have been dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Were you talking about Mr. Wolf?
No, that was Jules on the phone to Marcellus.
That stupid fucking little nurse.
She
fucking just screams all the damn time because she's so scared of the patients. I'm like,
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica was definitely on that episode, and Danielle was very passionate about the little nurse.
Oh, I remember it.
Yeah, but like, how many times she's like, eh! Every time she's just fucking screaming all the damn time. I'm like, nobody's gonna hurt you, bitch! But, like...
Nobody's gonna hurt you, bitch!
I'm pretty sure, I'm very confident that when I listened to that episode, I actually rewound it like twice for Danny to be like, nobody's gonna hurt you, bitch!
Here's the next clip. Is it so bad to say the word nigger? I forgot I had that in there.
I was on this episode.
No, you weren't. We went on a bit of an interesting conversation about the etymology of the N-word.
No, yes, I remember, because you sent me a message and you asked me about it. This isn't an honorable mention at all, is it?
No.
Okay, I have a guess.
I don't have one at the moment. As soon as you say it, I'm going to know it, though.
I'm going to play the second clip.
Yep.
If a whole group of people got offended by the word apple, right, and you use the word apple to try to offend these people, then yes, you're a piece of shit for doing that because you're trying to piss people off.
I don't have a guess for this one.
It wasn't Fight Club, was it? I think it's American History X.
It is American History X.
Yeah.
And I got confused. I said Fight Club because I'm like, oh, Ed Norton. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, we had some interesting conversations about that, so I'd highly recommend those, just to see those clips in context, because they seem a bit strange out of context.
That was one of those ones where, like, I was like, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
We never mean anything, like, offensively.
Yeah, there's no point. I mean, regardless of how many times you're like, oh no, we don't mean to offend anybody, and we don't have those ideologies or anything like that, you're always going to offend someone. Don't even bother.
Yeah, true. I wanted to make a note of, I hate how much hair there is in this movie. Everybody is so hairy. It is like, go get a haircut, fuck. And I remember seeing the posters for it too, and I'm like, y'all look like girls. Like, oh my goodness.
This is an honorable mention.
Oh,
what could you be talking about there?
Oh, I know which one it is. Yes.
I thought it was, The Godfather.
What do you think, Danielle?
It's a Harry Potter.
Which one in particular?
Goblet of Fire.
It is Goblet of Fire.
That's fucking unfair because that isn't on the top 50.
Yes, but you were on that episode, so...
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I remember you said something like, there are so many things that you've said in other episodes as well. I'm pretty sure you said this about The Godfather and about how they're Italian and they have so much fucking hair.
Not talking about their hair, but we were talking about how everyone is Italian with their Italian names and all in suits and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the second clip for that one. They were trying to lean into that snake-like person that is described in the books.
Yeah.
And he just seems like this slimy, look at me, I'm Voldemort, yeah. And he's just like, yeah, I don't know, he's kind of weird depiction. That's my Voldemort impersonation.
What are you talking about the hair for?
Because in that, like, when you see the posters, they all had long hair. Fred, George, Ron, Harry, they all had this fucking hair, and it's you look like Album 3 Jonas Brothers. Just go. Yeah,
because everyone knows that reference.
Oh, shut up. Okay, I gave myself away a little bit. But anyway. Go get a fucking haircut. It was too much.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Maybe they were just trying to make them seem older or aged or something between the last one.
I was so confident that was The Godfather. Oh well, carry on.
Here's the next one.
I liked it too. I really did. I'm happily surprised, and I say that a few times, but like, I'm finding I really quite enjoy Asian cinema. Okay.
What could that be?
Well, initially I'm like, that could be fucking anything before the word Asian got thrown in there, because I say that about lots of things.
Was it Spirited Away?
It could have been.
Because that's a good movie.
I think it was either Seven Samurai or Harakiri. I think it was Harakiri.
Well, I'm just saying that because I think those two come before Spirited Away on the list, which means that by the time that I'm just making a logical assumption that by the time you got to this, that would have been when you would have said, I actually quite like it.
I think we actually watched Spirited Away first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting sort of analysis there, because it is a later Asian movie that we did watch that made you say that.
There's something about it, like anything I've seen that's been like Japanese produced, Chinese produced, this is Korean produced, like it's just been really good.
Oh, is it Parasite?
Yeah, that means it would be Parasite.
It is Parasite.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have definitely thought it was Harakiri. I quite liked Harakiri.
Yeah. Here's the next one. frame him, get him sentenced to death, and then while he's on death row, he goes and visits him as a big, like, fuck you, I'm still alive. And then brother goes and shoots him as a big fuck you to you. Like, you just... Oh, this is a good movie.
See, the laugh at the end. Well, that does happen in The Prestige.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't think you would have said that about The Prestige.
Play a second clip and then I'll make a decision.
Because the thing is, like, your reptilian brain would be freaking out the whole time.
Did that help?
Help me.
Didn't help me.
Yeah, you were the one who said it, though.
Yeah, because I know the context that I said it in.
I don't have anything.
Have a stab. You said a movie before. What was that?
I said The Prestige.
That's what I say, too.
It is The Prestige.
Oh, I didn't think that... What context are you using reptilian in?
In terms of, like, how he keeps drowning himself.
What the fuck? Even though I...
We were talking about how strange it is to, like, just drown yourself every night. Spoilers if you haven't seen The Prestige. But we were talking about how, like, anti-instinctual it is. And she's like, your reptilian brain would be freaking out.
That still doesn't provide any...
She's weird, don't ask me.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez, thanks, guys.
Here's the next one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the trilogy is the best movie trilogy ever made. What would I be talking about there? So this isn't a specific film, but it's a trilogy.
Now, is one of these movies on an honourable mention?
No, they're all on the list.
They're all on the list, so...
Oh, that... Okay. Well, that... I don't reckon it's Star Wars, then.
I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings.
Oh! That's a good guess. That's what I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Can I go Terminator? No, hold on. No, we don't like Terminator because it's more than 3. I'm gonna stick with
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I'm a bit of an idiot in saying all, because it's the only trilogy that has all 3 of them that we've covered.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the giveaway.
Yeah, so I should have just said, yeah, it's on the list.
So it was, Lord of the Rings.
Yes, and here's a second clip.
Okay.
So, if you're not aware of what these movies are going into them, I can see why you mightn't be open to it. But you have to go into the series knowing that it's an endurance event. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's me talking about the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
And how long the fucking movies are.
Oh, the extended editions is about 11 and a half hours for 3
Far
movies.
out. Oh. I love it.
You've never seen them, have you, Jessica?
I've tried.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta know what you're getting into. Here's the next one.
Drop kick his ass out of there if he doesn't like you for who you are, girl. Fuck. Why do I think I'm so G?
Oh.
Drop kick his ass out of there if he doesn't like you for who you are, bro.
What are you even referencing? Oh, no.
See, it surprises me. I'm thinking about the way that I talk, right? Because I'm like, that's something I would say about, like, a woman. But I said bro. If I hadn't said bro, yeah, I would have said girl.
I don't think you did.
I did.
I think you said girl?
Would have made sense if I said girl.
Yeah, play it again.
Drop kick his ass out of there if he doesn't like you for who you are, girl. Fuck.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
The Departed.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna reserve that.
Until the second clip.
Yeah.
Danielle?
I think it might be Titanic.
Here's the second clip.
Okay. He's watching them, by the way, because he's been stuck in his apartment, like he's not just some weirdo. Yeah, he's just watching his neighbors.
He's just sitting around in the hedges with his pants off. What can I be talking about there?
Which list is this on?
This is on the list. What do you think, Jessica?
I don't know if... Oh, yeah, it has. Okay, I was like, this one just came out. I'm like, I don't know if this has come out yet.
Sitting in the bushes in his apartment.
I'm just looking and I'm just realizing.
Let me...
Side note, I don't remember what the Usual Suspects was about at all.
It's a very forgettable movie. It's pretty much just well known because of the ending.
I don't remember it.
Well, I haven't seen it.
It's not that, but I kept looking at it and I'm like, I don't fucking remember that movie.
I don't know.
I think it's Rear Window.
Oh!
It is Rear Window.
I haven't listened to it, but I did see your post about it just coming up.
You were talking about Grace Kelly's character and about how she's much better than him, and you were just like, dropkick his ass.
Okay.
75 episodes. Go us.
I don't know how many more of these there are. There was about 20 in total. Alright, here's the next clip. And then he was a world chess champion, he was a movie stuntman, and then he was a professional wrestler called the Dunce. And then by the end, he has an orangutan, and he plays in a one-man band.
The fuck?
What could I be talking about there?
We didn't cover Catch Me If You Can on this, did we?
No, it's up there. I think it's around like 200. Like
I'm just thinking, what's something that covers a guy who's done a lot of shit? And it's that. And I'm like, I know he never did any of that, but okay. Can you play that again? I was just sitting there and being like, it just gets weirder and weirder.
And then he was a world chess champion, he was a movie stuntman, and then he was a professional wrestler called the Dunce. And then by the end, he has an orangutan, and he plays in a one-man band.
Can you play the second one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you not see how insulting that is?
It can be, but you also have to have...
The issues aren't with me, they're with you and your stupid ass. So,
that's not helpful, you dick.
Context. I'm not talking about you. I was... In context, that makes more sense because we were being the characters.
Okay. I feel like you're talking about an actor.
We were talking about characters only in that. I'll give you a hint. The first clip where I was listing things, I was comparing the movie to the source material. In the source material, he does all those extra things. But in the movie, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, cut out the orangutan and all the rest of it.
But you need one with, like, some eclectic motherfucker.
Eclectic motherfucker.
Well, do you know what's immediately coming to my mind is the Collector from the MCU.
Okay. You think he played in the one-man band?
No, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I don't know. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Danny?
I have no idea.
The movie is Forrest Gump.
What? And what was the source material?
So that's based on a book, and in the book, Forrest does even more crazy things than what's depicted in the movie.
Alright.
Where he goes to space and, you know, he has orangutan and stuff. And the second clip was us discussing how Jenny treats Forrest, because I don't think that she treats him very well, and you disagreed. So.
No, I didn't. I think she treats him not very nice either.
You defended her a lot more, though.
Oh, okay.
Interesting discussion.
Yeah.
Here's the next one.
See, I was wondering if that has any, like, sort of root
to see if they have demons in them. Hold it up and if you can see through.
Oh, jeez.
So the sunlight hits. Sacrifice. That's why it's on top of the rock. So this is a bad one. Drops it off.
Jeez, Jessica.
Just drops it? What are you talking about? What were you talking about?
The Lion King.
That is the Lion King.
Oh, okay.
Would you have not got that, Danielle?
Demons for.
Well, I feel like I looking at the computer because the screen went black, so I like split my attention for a half second, and I missed some keyword, and then it was just all gibberish from there on. I'm like,
can you actually play it again, please?
See, I was wondering if that has any like sort of root
to see if they have demons in them. Hold it up and if you can see through.
Oh, jeez.
So the sunlight hits. Sacrifice. That's why it's on top of the rock. So this is a bad one. Drops it off.
Jeez, Jessica.
Just drops it? What are you talking about?
I think what I was saying, that when he holds the lion up...
You went on some weird tangent.
If the light comes through the cub, then it's a bad one, and you drop it off the end.
It's a demon. A sacrifice.
To check its integrity.
Bad egg. No good. Oh, none good, bro.
None good.
And here's the second clip for that one.
Because they eat the leaves and the seeds and the things like that, and then when they poo, it creates like a fertilizer for things to grow. So when they've killed them all, there's no...
So their shit and their bodies aren't fertilizing the ground.
Yeah.
We were talking about the rejuvenation of Pride Rock and the Pride Lands.
Yep.
That was kind of a good episode, actually.
It sounds like.
Here is the next clip.
Okay.
It's like a toddler in a dream pissing themselves, can't control themselves, and they'll piss in reality. What am I talking about there?
Inception?
I think so.
Here's the second clip. You know, this role was going to go to Will Smith.
Oh, I wouldn't have liked that at all.
I think I kind of would have, because it would have had very similar Men in Black vibe.
I think
I'm still going to stick with Inception.
Okay, the movie is The Matrix.
Oh.
And the toddler pissing in a dream analogy was me talking about how Neo has control over the Matrix while he's in it, because he's on like a higher level. And I was comparing a toddler to an adult, realizing that they're in a dream. It was kind of a weird analogy, but it kind of worked in context. Trust me.
I don't reckon I would have guessed The Matrix.
No.
You should have seen us in that. Like, we both, like, made these funny looks at each other at the same time. Like, that would have been funny if it was filmed.
When I told you what The Matrix was?
No.
The toddler pissing in
And then Will Smith again, we were just like, ooh.
Well, the Will Smith kind of like, I can see the correlation between Will Smith, the Inception, and Men in Black vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's the end of the movie clips. However, I have a couple of extra ones here. And we're talking about an actor or an actress. So if you don't know the name of the actor and actress, just say the character, or you could even just say the movie. We're talking about a person here, so here's a couple here.
I'm never gonna get this.
I don't have to... Do I still have to answer second?
No.
Okay, good. Okay.
If you ever wanted to know, like, what's my type, like, what's the most attractive person I can think of, it's his girlfriend. She is gorgeous.
I don't know.
It could be a lot of people.
Yeah.
The actor. Okay.
Are we talking about the actor or the actress? Actress, probably.
Are we talking about the character or the actor? Actor.
The actress.
Actress.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
I'm talking about Melissa Benoist in Whiplash.
Ah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
She went on to play Supergirl.
Supergirl.
I just gotta say, late 90s, early 2000s, I always thought he was so fucking hot. He's a little bit different looking now, but...
Who is Danielle talking about?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No. Who am I
That's a
talking
good guess.
about? Oh, I bet it's Keanu Reeves.
It is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I don't like his long hair these days. He's got like a Snape cut.
Yeah.
Here's the next one. If someone asked me what the definition of beauty is, I would point them to this movie. She is just remarkable in every scene that she's in. She's always dressed like she's going to a ball or something.
I feel like you could be talking about, like, Scarlett Johansson, but I don't think you are.
Natalie Portman?
In what movie?
Bitch, I don't know.
I was gonna say, that's not part of the deal.
We've only done one Natalie Portman movie and she was 12, so it's not that.
Oh, yeah.
No, she was in Star Wars.
We haven't done Star Wars.
Oh.
Not the prequels. I'm talking about Grace Kelly in Rear Window.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have got that.
That I've never seen his work before.
Ever. I quite like him. The Jackal was the one where I'm saying he was looking hunky. Yes, 90s. That was kind of his time.
What was it? What'd you say was where he was looking hunky?
The Jackal. I know who it is now.
Early 90s is when he was looking hunky, is what you say.
Yeah. I reckon that's a very, like, subjective statement.
I have nothing for this one.
It's Richard Gere.
Really? Oh,
he looked hot as shit in that movie. It might have been the fact that he was also doing a really good Irish accent.
Okay.
You're like, each to their own.
And this is the last clip. Because I think he's very handsome in this, right? Like, he's a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
But no one really seemed to care. And I'm like, am I the only one who's looking at this guy?
You
he's
mean
like,
historically?
Yeah, even when they came out in the last
nobody's like,
15 years, it's never on the tip of your tongue when you're talking about hot guys, right? And I'm like, have you seen The Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
And am I the only one seeing this?
Also, you sound so queer. Have you seen The Lord of the Rings?
There's no problem with that. Maybe I am.
Who's good looking in The Lord of the Rings?
You're talking about Elijah Wood, are you?
No.
Oh man, those hobbits. Oh.
He loves those big hairy feet.
Oh, who else is in Lord of the Rings? Orlando Bloom?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
See, this is exactly my point. It's Aragorn, the king.
What's that guy's name?
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's... I'm gonna Google it. Who's this?
He's like the main guy. He's the king from Return of the King.
I think it's because he's not like a mainstream... Honestly, like, he's not been in a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, he is good looking. Or he was. He's a bit old now, but...
I thought he was in those movies, is my point.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm like the worst person... yeah, I'm the worst person to ask. I'm like 97% asexual. Don't ask me anything. I have no context of attractiveness.
Is there any more?
No, so that was...
That was a fun game. I enjoyed
that was the 50th episode spectacular.
What was the overall score? How much did Danny beat me by?
Because you know that you lost. She beat you by 3 points.
Oh, that's good.
It was pretty close.
Yeah.
It was kind of I had a little bit of a disadvantage for like a small part of that because I was like, you're looking at this list and I'm looking at this list, and then like that's why I kept saying it. These honorable mentions because I can't see the movie that you're talking about. But losing is losing. That's cool.
There's quite a few that you got before Danielle did.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear any of those episodes in context, I'd highly recommend go check out all of the episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
I was like really expecting you to play some of the blooper stuff that we...
See, they're in the episodes after the credits. I usually put the bloopers in there.
Yeah.
I was, you should have put the donkey one, like after...
See, the donkey one, once it was cut together, it didn't really make any sense. The only thing that made the donkey one funny is because we had such a big gap in between.
I don't remember what we're talking about
it's
here.
The Revenant.
We were talking about The Revenant, and I was like, oh, there's this great one shot where they get off the boat, and then they got this, and then the phone rang or something, and then you went away for like 90 seconds, and you're on the phone in the background, and then as soon as you came back and sat down, I'm like, and then the donkey was walking up the hill, like it was just out of nowhere, just picked up from where I left off. And when you cut that together on the Revenant episode, you can't tell. But in order for that to be funny, I'd have to play you the whole, 2-minute section.
Yeah.
I'd also highly recommend going to listen to the announcement episode. It only goes for about 12 minutes, and that basically just explains what we're doing with the podcast going from this point forward. Yeah, we're just pretty much just mixing up the release schedule on that. Oh, I don't have the fucking thing. Alright.
You know what it's...
I'll just fucking... It's been 74 episodes. We have been Danielle and Brenton this week, with Jessica coming in for this bonus episode. Check us out on all the socials. We're most active on Instagram. Please be sure to comment on Facebook and SoundCloud, or support us on Patreon.
And until next time, thanks for listening.
That'll do.
Cool.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.